Hold up, you don't know? Truck of avocado. Truck of avocado.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Billy. And I'm back with another video. I'm just kidding. I don't know who Billy is. And Billy, what have you done with Larry? Where's Larry? I'm just kidding. Anyways, it's your boy Truck Avocado. And I'm coming back to you with another video, another trucking vlog. Right now, we're somewhere in Ohio on Interstate 75. We're about to stop here at this exit, exit 64, to grab some fuel. I'm going to grab fuel here because they have a Cinnabon. I'm in the mood for some Cinnabon. So we are loaded with 33,000 pounds of a steel coil. And that coil is going down to Alabama, to Decatur, Alabama. I'm going to have to make this right here. And it is tarped and everything, all that good stuff. But I'm making this video because with all the weather and stuff like that, I got to clean my windows when I stop here. With all the weather and stuff that's been going on, I had me to think about a time when I was chaining up in on I-70 going to the Eisenhower tunnel. Yeah, tunnel. What's a tunnel? Eisenhower Tunnel. So that was really quite the experience. But before I tell you that story, I'm gonna get some fuel first. It is a bit chilly out here. It is 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Can we stop? Yeah, we can stop. All right. It's about 14 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can say that it is pretty chilly. All right, let's see here. Let's take off. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some fuel. Load load check to make sure none of my chains have come loose. Make sure my tarp is still there, which I can see it. I'm just kidding. It's still there. And I can use my mirrors. Man, those three cars are filthy. I'll tell you what. My truck is also filthy. I washed my truck. Today is Saturday. The Saturday, January 20th. And I washed my truck on Wednesday, I think it was. Yeah. It got dirtier than what it was before I washed it. I'm in here nice and slow. I'd be cautious when I'm obviously when you have a flatbed, you have the crack of the whip effect. I'm more cautious with the coil because Lord knows what will happen if you flip over or something like that. Let's find an empty fuel lane. Maybe this last one is empty. Let's go right here. Nice and wide. Alright. Go ahead and just stop right here. And there's no DEF. That's not good. All right, let's grab our phone here. Go to the Pilot app. Vandalia, Ohio. We're going to come here and do some. Hide my passcode so you guys can't go into my phone. All right, then we're going to go here to this. We're going to do diesel. And then we're just going to wait for it to pre-authorize. And we're going to go truck number, which is already in there. We're going to go here, on duty, fuel, safety check. All right, odometer reading 257,267 miles. Driver ID, come here. Good. I put the wrong driver ID. All right, so submitting additional prompts. We're not gonna buy anything in store. All right, and we are ready to pump fuel, which is 897103. So let's get on here. Get our gloves on. 897103. Alright. You can see how dirty the truck is. Just look. Alright, let's come around here. And I'm gonna wait for it to do all its clicking and stuff. Alright. Okay. We're probably gonna put in a good 100 gallons here, 112 gallons. If I had to take a guess, I'll let you know at the end. So, about my story, guys, about what happened while I was chaining up there and over on the good old Interstate 70, the Eisenhower system, Eisenhower Interstate System. Is that the correct name? Anyways, I was coming up. Oh, by the way, we're just coming outside of Cincinnati. We're about to get on Interstate 71, going southbound, of course, because we are going to Decatur, Alabama. But once I get done with today's drive, I will be stopping for a 34-hour reset. This load delivers on Monday morning. Well, Monday 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. But I'll be there bright and early, opening up shop with them. I might bring them some coffee and all that. And good old Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Box of Joe. Anyways, so I had stopped the night before. Well, okay. This was the load that was supposed to take me home, right? I was picking up over like in the Idaho area or something like that, or I can't remember exactly where, but I know I spent the night, I believe, was in Ogden. And usually, let's move over here real fast because of that. We'll go ahead and get right back over. Got to be in the right lane, 3.8 miles. So I was coming from west to east. And normally, anytime, especially like in the winter time, it was like March. I want to say it was March. It was right before the World Baseball Classic because that's why I needed to go home for. I had purchased tickets for the World Baseball Classic. So I was coming. Normally, I usually check the temperature, the road conditions on Iowa, in Wyoming, in Iowa 80, in Wyoming on 80, because we all know how treacherous Wyoming can be. And so this morning I did not check them. So I'm rolling along. As I'm getting to the Utah Wyoming border, or getting on 80 in Utah. Turns out I-80 is closed. I said, "Oh no, no way!" And it said closed for an indefinite amount of time. Gotta get over right lane one more, so we'll wait for this little Uber car here. That's like the only lane. I'm not gonna get over. Oh, it's that lane. That's exit only. Okay. Okay, I just came through here the other day. We're gonna write it out right here. So, as I'm going across. I said, "Oh no!" I'm like, I called my company. I was working for Central Oregon at the time, and I'm like, "Hey, I-80's closed. I'm going around, and I'm going through 70. I know I got to change, but I need to get home on time. Come on, Mercedes, let's go. Put a pep in your step, buddy." So I turn around, take 80 westbound again, go down 15, come up over 70, and I get to like right that rest area right before the Eisenhower Tunnel. Hey, buddy, let's get out of move. Let's go. Why are you just sitting there next to me? And we're coming over. Thank you, car. And so I spent the night there at the rest area for I think it's about, if I had to take a guess, about 15, 20 miles, maybe less. And so I'm like, all right, cool. I wake up, I check conditions. I didn't really have good service there, but so I go, screw it. And I said I had to chain. I'm like, I'm getting prepared for it. Do my pre-trip, and there's this red red W9 parked right behind me. He's like, "Hey, buddy, do you have any extra bungees I can have for my chains?" And I said, "Of course. I'm a flatbedder. What flatbedder doesn't have bungees?" So I gave him 2 to 3 bungees, and he's like, "Thank you so much. I appreciate you." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I get to going. I get to the chain up area right before you going up the tunnel, and there were signs for like miles. So I'm already kind of like slowing down, and at this point, there was so many trucks I couldn't make it into. Oh, let's slow down. Let's slow down. Let's slow down. Slow down or move over, guys. There's that. So that's why I slowed down so much. Okay, slow down and move over. Got to protect our tow truck drivers and maintenance personnel and all that good stuff. Anyways, so as I get to the thing, there's a lot of trucks there. Of course, obviously, everybody's chaining up, right? So pull out my chains. I start chaining, and the same red Kenworth that was behind me at the rest area, he he's behind me here over at the. By the way, there's a stadium there where the Cincinnati Bengals play. There's that, and the red stadium was back then. Great American Ballpark. And so, anyways, I get distracted too much. It's fine. So the same red Kenworth pulls up behind me in the chaining area. So I'm starting to chain, and I start, you know, I'm chaining. I'm only gonna chain the tractor. I'm not doing max chains. I'm just putting 4 chains on the tractor. And so as I'm rolling up to continue buttoning up my chains, and rolled up about, I don't know, a foot or two maybe, just to, so I don't have to get on the nasty ground. And I'm sitting inside my truck because I just pulled up, scrolling through the phone real fast, just warming up a little bit because it was obviously with snow, it's a bit nippy outside. So when I'm looking in my rear view mirror, I'm like, all right, let me get out. Looking in my rear view mirror, I see a yellow Kenworth. It's an older model Kenworth. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was. Maybe a T600 or something like that. And I'm seeing he's coming in way too fast. Mind you, we're all like on the shoulder right before the chaining. So there's a truck in front of me, then there's me, then there's the red Kenworth at the rest area. From the rest area. We're all in the line. So I'm like, okay. I'm looking in my mirror and I'm just looking and looking and looking, and I see this yellow Kenworth, kind of like what that truck over there is. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he's just barreling in, and I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna hit the guy behind me. He's gonna hit one of us. Something's gonna happen. And next thing you know, boosh! Again, boosh! He just barrels into the red Kenworth behind me that was pulling a hopper on him. And I was like, dang, dog. So I got out and I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, are you okay? He's like, yeah, he was sitting in his driver's seat. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, my neck hurts a little bit, but I'm fine. And I'm like, okay, well, that's good. I go check on the other driver. I'm like, hey, are you okay? Like, do you need any, like, can I assist in any way? I got, he's like, no, it's okay. I already called the police. And I'm like, okay, cool. Or I'm on the phone with the police. I'm like, all right, cool. So, I mean, he was just going way too fast and hit that guy. But then, here's the funny part. You want to laugh a little bit? The guy in the red Kenworth comes up to me after the accident, and I'm like, dang, your weekend is fudged, ain't it? He's like, yeah, because it bent the whole trailer axle and everything. Like, he was coming in pretty fast. If I had to take a guess, I had a good 35 miles an hour. And I got lucky because of the fact that I actually moved up. If not, I probably would have never made it home for home time. I moved up just far enough to where when the impact happened, there was a big, big gap between my truck and that red Kenworth, or my trailer and that red Kenworth. Anyhow, the guy comes up to me with the red Kenworth, red up 9, pulling a hopper bottom, like I said. He's like, hey, buddy, do you have chains I can buy? Huh? Did you guys hear what I said? He said, let me tell you again what he said. And I quote, hey, buddy, do you have chains that I can buy off of you? I have a Facebook, and I can send you money through Facebook or Apple Pay or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, what? You don't have chains? What is going on? And I was like dumbfounded. And I'm like, well, you're in an accident. You don't need chains now. Like, well, yeah, but when, the troopers get here, when the OT gets here, I don't want them to see that I don't have any chains. I just want to buy 2 chains off of you, send you, $50, $100 or something like that. Like, bro, you come over Eisenhower Tunnel without chains? What? And no, I don't have chains. What? Like, first of all, I don't carry it. I didn't. What driver carries extra chains? Them suckers are heavy. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the weight game. Those suckers are heavy. I don't have any extra chains that I can. Let's go ahead and get over so he can get in because he's not speeding up. So yeah, he asked me if I have chains to buy, and that was like the most absurd thing. That's probably one of the most absurd things that's ever been said to me. Ever. That's situation. Well, first of all, you don't need chains anymore. You're gonna have to get a record and get out of here. Second of all, why are you coming through here without chains? There's another record. It's a heavy record. We're already 1 lane over. This guy's not moving over. What a shame. Or slow it down for that fact. So, and yes, I'm judging, of course. So, that's never happened to me since then. Uh, Fun fact, I'm not a fan of chaining. So, when I was with that company, gotta go back over. When I was with that company, man, I changed about 4 or 5 times last year. Um, Let me tell you, I don't like it. I hate it. I really do. It's such a pain in the ass. It's cold. It's wet. It's slushy. Like, screw that. I'm good on putting chains on. I'm good on all of it. especially running that like Pacific Northwest, which is what I used to run with my previous carrier, was Southeast to Northwest. And I got another story about that. That's for a later time, a later victory. But yeah, guys, that's my story. I was chaining up, and a guy ran into the truck behind me, and then I got asked if they can buy some chains off of me. And it got me. There were more questions that there's more questions that I had about that whole situation. Like, what did you need the bungees for? Give me back my like in my head. I'm thinking, give me back my bungees. Well, now I'm thinking, give me back my bungees. What do you? I needed those 2 bungees or 3 or whatever number of bungees I gave them. I needed those bungees. So, like, why did you ask for the bungees? Why are you on I-70 without chains? What? Like, what is going on? Why did you even take that route? Like, should have went down to 40 if you don't have any damn chains. I don't know, went up 80. I don't know, man. I don't know what he should have done, but definitely being in the Eisenhower tunnel shouldn't have been his go-to. Which go, oh, I'm gonna take 70. Definitely shouldn't have been his go-to. Also, I did make it home on time. No, let me tell you what. Could have gotten behind me, buddy. Anyways, with that load, my truck broke down in Birmingham, Alabama. So I did make it home on time, but I had to get a rental car from Birmingham, Alabama, where the Hornady terminal was at. I got a rental car home because I needed to make it. I was not taking no for an answer. Like, I needed to go home. I was not going to miss the World Baseball Classic. So that is a wild story, isn't it? Let me know in the comments. What do you think about this story? Because it's still pretty freaking wild to me. And I remember it like it was yesterday. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. With that being said, if you're a driver, drivers, or drivettes, make sure you're staying safe out there. Weather is definitely bonkers right now. Weather's okay now, but it's definitely cold. It's too cold. Like, I couldn't even get DF at the last where I put fuel at because they didn't have any or it was frozen. Either or. So, with that being said, I'll catch you guys on the flip. Holla for the dollar, baby.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us